predictable it is, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Like, I did not expect Code and Ida to just start attacking right away. I didn't think they were gonna be there already. Like last chapter, they just ran away. So I thought it was gonna be
Yeah,
like a couple chapters where they were gonna chill, talk about like their game plan, maybe get some information on their backstory, especially with Code. But they went right into it, which that took me off guard, man. I thought this.
yeah, agree. Because the pacing is really good right now, I'd say. But this chapter was pretty good.
Yeah. Like the way like I just wanted to talk about Ida coming in because my man Amado was shitting bricks. He did not
Yeah,
expect him to come through. Oh my god. Oh,
like literally, bro, we have never seen that man sweat. Not even when Ishiki had Kawaki.
oh, for real. Yeah, yeah. Like he was like, "Oh, if Ichiki gives Kawaki the karma, we're all dead for it." But like when Ida came through, he's like, "Oh my god, is that you, Ida?" Like the expressions, man. My man was sweating pretty hard. But
People really got fucking theories up, about Ida being potentially
Amado's daughter.
um yeah.
Yeah, I talked about that. I was before I started the event, before I started this, I was recording my chapter review. I was talking about the possibility of that happening. We know that Ida's love ability. She hold on, let me get you in shades. Um, she loves her love ability. It only works on people that are not Otsutsuki or non-blood relative. So
Yeah.
her love ability may not just work on Amado if she's the father. Um, I think
And
that
it makes sense. It'll
yeah,
make sense.
yeah. But the thing is, though, my problem with that is that obviously Damon exists. That's Ida's brother. He never mentioned that he had a son.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I feel like hasn't been mentioned at all.
Yeah, it's a lot of speculation around it. Like some people think, Model created her. Model created fucking Damon is like, her protector because she doesn't have.
She doesn't have anyone, right? So that could be a thing. Yeah.
Um, I mean, like honestly, uh, the connection. I think it's like likely that Ada and like Amado are related, just because they don't look like each other. I think it's likely that there is not going to be like a biological connection. Maybe what you call like Ada got like swindled. Maybe she got sick. Amado gave her like an alternative dye or like I can heal you, and then like she's salty because like the new ability she had just made her unable to have like fallen true love, and like that's a talking point for her. So like maybe thought it wasn't worth it, and so she starts hating him, and I think that's how they're gonna go. Cause like, see, like I don't know, like I don't really think like they're daughter and father, or at least not in like the typical sense. Like
Mm.
I think Amon just like took her off the street, gave her an alternative, she accepted, didn't like in the end, and started hating him since. Like,
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
I
But
like the direction. I like the direction.
yeah, yeah. Like next chapter is gonna be so interesting on what they're gonna do. Like, hopefully, I have a feeling that we're gonna see Code without his limiters off. We're gonna see him
Yeah,
removed.
I do too. I
Yeah,
definitely see them coming up
and
because Ida can definitely take control of both Delta and Shikamaru.
for sure. And we,
I mean,
yeah, go on.
maybe like no, like maybe because like remember like Code himself, he's under control, but like only thing that stops him from not being able to do is just like directly trying to kill her. Like I think even though they may be in love, I think they're still gonna have enough sense to like actively like defy her orders as long as they don't try to like murk her or something. I think they can
Nah,
work with that. I think they can work with that.
because Cole couldn't even really defy her. I mean, he could attempt to kill her, but what? Didn't his claw like go straight through her?
No, it's like his body just stopped on its own. Like I'm not like she says they turn like these they she steals their hearts, but like
Yeah,
it's just a defense mechanism. Like remember because like even like the bug guy, he was also in love with her in first time, but he can still slander her all he wants, and like she can't actually control him. It's just like it's
yeah. It
just
might it might have a time limit because we don't know their weaknesses yet. Because remember, Dame was about to give it up, but she stopped him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, talking about Code with his getting his limiters removed, I hope he gets like a physical transformation. Like he looks completely different. Maybe he takes the form of an Otsutsuki. He grows a couple horns. Maybe he has like Otsutsuki DNA once he gets those limiters removed. I think that'd be pretty dope. Cause I
Yeah, that's
mean,
the super dope idea.
yeah, and Ida said like if you don't get your limiters removed, if you get your limiters removed and you're still fodder as hell, I'm gonna kill you. Like me and Damon are gonna body your shit. So
His physical appearance will change. I hope he gets like some hacks.
yeah. Like I just hope it isn't just a boost in taijutsu and he's all of a sudden a
Yeah.
lot faster. I hope there's abilities to it when he gets those limiters removed. Because like if he's said to be above Jigen, it just can't be. I feel like it can't be just
Yeah, it has
physical.
To be something.
It can't just be just better taijutsu. It has to be like
I mean,
more
it's
abilities,
called,
in
like,
my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel
Also-
like they would have let it slip though, because like remember Jigen. I'm not talking about Ishiki. I'm talking about like Jigen, the host.
Yeah.
As strong as he was, like you still got a gist of what Ishiki was going to be. Like he had to use his hands to shrink stuff and do all that. Ishiki should just do it for a glance.
Yeah.
Maybe like in Code, like his abilities, like his is just blood straps that just teleport you. Like, how could you make that better even with the limiters off? Like, do they float in midair? Like,
Oh, you do have a point.
yeah,
Yeah, they probably might add on to
like,
that.
yeah. Like, how can you add on to that? Like, how?
Yeah, I
That's
don't.
why I said it has to be. It has to be something more.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But yeah, I think another reason Boruto doesn't no longer want to take the fucking pills is because he doesn't trust Amado. On top of being able to control the power more.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I had a feeling that he would throw away the pills due to the fact that he had those side effects, like having the heart attack. I feel like that could be another reason why he doesn't want to go through
Oh
that
yeah, I
again.
forgot about that.
Yeah, he almost died.
Yeah.
He almost died at that moment.
Yeah.
So I feel like that could be
Yeah.
another reason why. And he can control him.
Yeah.
So, well,
Yeah, he said he wasn't afraid to die. That was Cap.
yeah, yeah.
When he died, he said, "Fuck it."
One interesting thing I think that's quite interesting about this is that do you think, come from his chapter, do you think Code is, let's say Code does like get his limiters away next chapter, do you think it's too early for that to happen, or do you think there should be more build up?
Nah, I think there's been
I don't
plenty.
think it's too early. I think there's been enough build
Yeah.
up, to be honest.
Yeah, we've had.
They got out a massive fight where he was obviously at a disadvantage.
Yeah, I agree.
Also,
Kinda-
Yeah.
he kinda needs some-
Yeah, I
you-
agree. I agree
as well.
because like they set up Code in the beginning as this guy is supposed to be stronger than Jiken, but he has his limiters off, and like I think it was like 10 or 12 chapters ago, he said I gotta get my limiters off. Like it's been stated many times over and over again, and after seeing him get his ass up like four to five times by Boruto and Kawaki, he's taking all those L's. He's like,
one shot.
yeah, he was getting bodied. He
Well,
had to get
well,
those limiters removed. So I think it's time for him to get it.
Yeah, I guess so. One interesting thing as well is that you know how in Amado's pod Delta was there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember I made like a whole ass video like speculating who could that be, right? And like I was like, it has to be like I really badly wanted to be like another character, right? I really wanted to badly like let's say like a Leaf Shinobi you've never seen some more, or Shisui, or like people used to make up theories like that.
Ew.
Yeah, I heard
Honestly,
a lot
that
of
would have
those.
been dope, but like seeing Delta, it kind of was like, I don't really want to see her again. You know what I'm trying to say?
I feel
It's
that
only
like
wasted.
I feel that, but at the same time, I'm glad it isn't another Shinobi from the past. I'm kind of getting tired of that because we had like, for example, they had Ao. They brought him back. They modified him. They had Kashin Koji, a Jiraiya clone. I'm glad that it wasn't like a Hashirama cyborg or a Amado cyborg. As cool as it was gonna be. I feel like that was just way too repetitive to bring back old gen characters. Yeah, like we've already seen them so many times. There wasn't really any point. So
Yeah, like their execution wasn't really that good. Like Kashi and Koji, he was just there for like exposition. He just got bodied.
Oh,
and, like,
yo, guess
he's
what?
out of sight, out of
You
mind.
can honestly say the same thing about
Yo,
Delta.
I just realized something.
Yeah, but we know Delta's mass producible. Like
yeah, she has multiple
Yeah.
bodies. Yeah,
Wait,
Yeah.
Is that-
But Cash, I mean, Koji's not dead yet. We
yeah,
don't know where he is.
yeah.
yeah, but
yeah, that's true. And also, you would know what's the one thing? Shikamaru knew about the pod, the Amado, the pods and everything. Like Shikamaru said himself in the chapter, your target is Code. He's the enemy of Konoha Delta.
Yeah, of course. They
probably
using,
told him.
the least technology to make
Yeah.
it.
That's kind of weird how Naruto probably didn't even know that. Like Naruto.
No,
Nah,
I'm
he
pretty
probably
sure
knew.
they all knew.
They all knew about it.
Yeah. They
He had-
probably all knew him.
Yeah,
Come,
they
like,
gave him access to the technology, the creator.
yeah. Remember, like Naruto has to be debriefed on everything because remember, what's the fat guy, the fat scientist?
Oh,
name again?
Katasuke.
Katasuke.
Yeah, he did that bullshit. Now, like everything has to go through him now. So, like,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he probably what's the word?
But yeah, Amado is obsessed with Kawaki's karma. There's a lot of speculation around that as well.
Well,
I
obviously,
definitely think he
man's a
wants
crazy
that
guy.
wish.
Oh, from that the wish granting
Yeah, I
ability.
think he wants that wish
Yeah.
that Ishiki can do.
But I wonder what he.
Yeah, what he wants
I
to
don't
wish for.
know, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like not what he wished for, but like I'm pretty sure there's no way Ishiki can come back. Like his soul was vanquished. The same way Momoshiki's would have been if Boruto died.
Well, if he's trying to turn Kawaki into like a second Ishiki,
Yeah.
Kawaki will be able to unlock the ability on his own.
Okay, you're right.
So he's always talking about, is Kawaki okay after like the Ishiki fight? He's like, Kawaki, are you okay? Is he fine?
Yeah.
Now he's trying to manipulate Kawaki with the karma and stuff. He's like, yeah, Kawaki had to want it to get it, right? But he still has like a second motive when it comes to what he wants to use Kawaki for. I definitely do think it is that wish.
Yeah, he's definitely super sus. I wonder how these events are going to turn out next chapter, because it could honestly go either way.
You know what? I think he's lying about having to want. I just think he's already a host. Like he's already possible as a host. I'm like, so why not give it to him? I don't really
see
think
absolutely no reason why Amado would lie there at all. It doesn't benefit him.
And no, it benefits him because like he's like, oh, I didn't do Sval's consent. He actually wanted it. Like, it doesn't matter.
They're going to dislike him regardless, no matter what he says. It doesn't do anything for him. I think it makes logical sense that he would have to want it in order to get the karma back.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, like, did he have to want it before Jigen forcibly implanted it on him? Same with Boruto. Like,
that's
I mean,
different.
no, but
Amado kicked open the door to allow Kawaki to unlock the karma, but in order to get the karma, he needed to want it in that moment.
Yeah, it was an emotional
makes
trigger.
sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
He had to
I think
awaken
that definitely
emotionally.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
I
like emotion unleashes power all the time in this series. I think that makes logical sense.
Yeah, that's always been consistent throughout Naruto.
I just don't see any reason for him to lie.
Yeah.
Shikamaru already dislikes him regardless, so it's like, what better reason? There's no reason for him to be like, oh, this will get me a higher stance.
Yeah, most of the time, Amado never really lies. He just doesn't he'll tell you the truth, but he just doesn't tell you everything.
Yeah, he'll tell you 3/4 of the truth, half of the truth.
Yeah, Mr. Plot. He knows everything.
He doesn't seem to lie.
Yeah, he always tells everything on par.
He didn't lie about the pills. They worked.
Yeah. The pills worked. He talked about like the cyborgs.
They did
were
exactly
true.
what they were meant to do.
He talked about Ishiki. He talked about the Otsutsuki clan. Like, he gave so much information away. My guy's Mr.
Man,
Plot Armor.
Amado was looking sad in this chapter.
Yo.
Mans was crapping bricks from everyone.
Yeah.
He saw Code and he's like, oh my god, it's Code. And then he sees Ada and he's like crapping bricks from her too.
Oh my god.
Man's 840 Chesson. No.
Yeah, nobody. I feel like we gave him way too much credit.
No one.
We gave him way too much credit.
He's
We
not
did.
40 Chesson anyone. I've always thought that Amado was a what's it called? A red herring.
Yeah, he's.
I'm
I feel like he's way
Yeah, I
too
never
arrogant
really-
for what he was doing.
It's like they foreshadow it.
yeah, it's called like. Oh, sorry, did I interrupt someone?
No, I was just saying they foreshadow it with Samir that he's up to something.
I think that Amado is just I think he's just a shady guy because he's shady.
Yeah, I feel that
I don't
too.
think
I
think-
talked about it before. Like, there's so many moments where Amado was caught lacking. Like, it wasn't just this moment that happened. Like, when he first pulled up to the Leaf Village to defect to Konoha, he wanted to talk to Shikamaru initially because he thought Naruto was still sealed away by Jigen. But when he tried to talk to Shikamaru, it was deflected to Naruto. And he's like, "Oh shit, Naruto, you're back." And then when
Yeah.
Kawaki was teleported to the battlefield, he was like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" Like he was kind of like losing it for a bit.
Yeah.
And
you're
then
right.
when Kawaki came back to the village, he was like, "Is Kawaki okay? How's he doing?" Like he was in a frenzy. And then in this chapter, of course, when Ida came here, he was caught lacking again. He was shitting bricks. He was sweating a lot. He couldn't believe that Ida was there.
Let's be real here. If you're being scared by Code, you ain't 40 chests
Yeah,
in your
Yeah.
way.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean,
you saw his
I
eyes
don't
when
know.
he saw Code. Man, he was.
Yeah.
He was like,
Code-
"Death
Code
is
to
upon me.
Amado,
Save
though.
me now, guys."
I mean, like, honestly, like, yeah, I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't think he's just a scientist. Like,
Yeah, that's all
he
he
just wants
is.
like
I don't think.
make progress because he all he does is go into specifically like karma is, but like he only knows the extent of like what he's given. Like remember, his information is secondhand at best when it comes to the lore, and he only really knows like how it interacts with Kaki's body. And then like you see, like I only think he's in it just to live because like remember Ishiki, no matter what, he's still gonna like raise a planet to make a fruit. Like it doesn't matter what anyone else says, but so that's why he probably defected. And like, what is he gonna do now? Like assuming like Code and Ada didn't exist, like those cyborgs wouldn't have been awakened, and like he would just been there. Like I'm pretty sure the only reason he got his karma back was because like Code made it clear that he's gonna beat his ass after Kawaki ran out, right? Or was that before?
After Kawaki ran out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see what you mean. He knew that Code was going to come after him one of these days. So giving Kawaki the karma would be a military asset for. But like then I think his actual plan for that was to create the Delta in order to fight against Code.
Yeah.
I think that was his real defense.
And and he also said, "Oh, go ahead, Aki. Sorry, go ahead."
No, I was just saying. I feel like he already started the production of the Delta. Like as soon as they gave him the fucking green light, I guess.
Yeah. And also, Amado did say that if Code ever got to him, he would have no choice but to remove those limiters. He said it, I think,
he doesn't want to lose his
chapter
life.
56 or
Yeah.
57. He admitted it himself. And on top of that,
Yeah,
with,
this chapter proved it.
yeah, yeah,
Man, what's about to spill, my lord.
yo, that's funny as hell. Also,
About to cave over.
also with Delta, I have a feeling that this Delta is stronger than the one that fought Naruto.
I agree.
I still don't know yet because it's like
Yeah, we haven't got any information that confirms
the
that.
best she did was kick Code while he couldn't move.
Yeah.
because
And
Shikamaru had
and not-
his had him captured by the shadow paralysis.
Yeah,
That's
and
not
not
much of
hit.
a feat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I just
Caught
wonder
a
why
man off guard while he can't move.
That's
I
true.
don't know.
Delta
Well,
killed him.
well,
That's what I'm confused about.
Well, the thing is, though, she did say that she was gonna use her beams, but she didn't wanna. It would have caused so much destruction that it would have killed everyone in the room. So she wasn't trying to kill
Well,
Shikamaru.
she can use her beams against anyone and it'd kill them.
No,
That
no,
doesn't mean
no,
that
in the
she
room.
Can get the chance.
No, like in the room.
Yeah.
In
She
that
was going
moment.
to use
yeah.
the.
You know, I'll be real. I saw those beams. It's called like before. Though they didn't look like it had a lot of destructive potential. It just looks like a small
No,
explosion.
They do. They're just extreme. They're extremely slow. I think they're really slow. If Code saw Delta coming and she stopped those lasers, I think that he could just get out the way. They're really slow.
Yeah, even Kawaki
Um,
reacted to them.
Himawari can say an entire sentence before they reach her. It's like, man, those beams are slow.
Those beams are really inconsistent because they said it was like light.
To
light
be
speed,
fair,
right?
Himawari could just be speaking at the speed of light.
Scaling aside. And this was a pretty okay chapter.
Yeah,
I really like this chapter.
yeah,
This
I
is
like it.
probably.
it's one of the
I
best.
think this is the best chapter of the entire arc,
Really?
in my opinion.
I
Yes,
think I really like chapter 65
I
when
like the
Barushiki
pacing.
came out. Yeah, I like how
Chapter 65 is fine. Chapter 66 and 60 and 68 are my favorite chapters.
yeah, I feel
It's called. I think I kind of agree with that. I would have to reread the previous ones, but I just think this is like one of the better ones, just because there's nothing like blatantly bad about it.
There's
Like,
nothing wrong with
Yeah.
it. Almost everything works.
And they addressed everything
Maru
too.
got his brain back,
On the
which was
web.
nice to see.
yeah.
Sasuke was there. We found out what he was doing.
Sard and Mitsuki were here.
yeah.
That was a cool.
Yeah. Now the Sarda fans can shut up.
Oh my gosh!
Everyone on
Sarda
Twitter.
shippers are going wild right now.
How's Jackson
We
feeling,
always go
bro?
a couple chapters without seeing both Sarda and Mitsuki though. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's probably like, why are they even there? Let's be real here. Like,
I have a feeling they'll actually have some focus in the next couple chapters.
If they weren't there, that would be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should. They should.
They should be there. What?
Yeah.
no, no, you should, I'm saying they should be there, but like if nothing's gonna be used with them. Like they're just there for like their extra 1 and extra 2. Like,
It would make no
They-
sense if they weren't there. So I think it's
I mean,
as long
like,
as they don't have to do something for it might like
I
it make
mean,
no sense if they weren't there. They're Boruto's best friends. They're not gonna check up on him after Code almost tried to kill him, which is the fabricated story.
Yeah, I wanted to talk
Yeah,
about
that'd
that.
be really weird.
Yeah,
that'd be
it's-
so
No.
stupid.
It's funny because
No,
Mitsuki. It's funny because
Mitsuki-
Yeah, he broke that down. He's like, wait, he tried killing you, but he's trying to feed you at the same time. Nah, man, you're cut.
no,
And you leave a
well,
living
like,
in Susuke to feed to the Ten Tails.
Nah,
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That
no,
don't make
but,
no
like
sense.
no, like sure, like you say they should be there just because they're friends, but like they have no plot relevance and they have no strength to be able to compare. Because remember, Kawaki and Boruto, they're getting carried by their karma, and they don't want Naruto like the
It
old,
doesn't
the old
really
generation.
matter. This is a dialogue scene.
No, I know it's a dialogue scene, but like, what's that dialogue gonna amount to? Because like, really, like you're gonna give them
That
like,
they
oh,
still
we-
exist. Like,
yeah,
what?
but is that good enough though? like-
it's better than
What
them
more
not
do you
showing up at all.
What do you want, Shay?
I mean,
And
is
questioning why Boruto's friends who have been with him since the academy days never show up at all. They never interact with him. That's dumb and inconsistent and stupid. Them showing up here makes more logical sense. I would find it incredibly dumb if they didn't even pop up at all. Whether they have plot significance or not doesn't really matter since this is a dialogue scene.
I mean-
I hope they have plot relevance. I hope
like,
they do.
I mean, like,
um,
but how though?
You can. It's very easy to just say Mitsuki Sage mode scales him above at Susuke level. It's just that easy.
I mean, but
It's-
like, but they
You
had
could
trouble
just
with Boro.
say it.
They had trouble with Boro. Like, see that
Mitsuki did not use Sage mode against Boro.
Yeah, but they're still on the ropes anyway. Like,
Doesn't matter. He
Yeah.
never used Sage mode, and the whole thing is that they could just scale a Sage mode at Susuke level and just say my body can use it now because plot. You know. It's just
Yeah.
that easy.
yeah, but that isn't.
It's something
Good.
Boruto the series would
They always do that.
yeah, they do. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not good.
It's not. It's not
Yeah.
out of the question for this series.
Mm.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
7 low key.
I'm just glad to see them here. That's all that matters to me.
I really like that. I like what the. Damn, your dogs are going crazy. But I just want to mention, I'm glad that they mentioned that Momoshiki can still manifest inside of Boruto's body. I like that he still can exist in the series because I was really worried that he was just gonna be like a backseat gamer and just watch the entire plot unfold, and he just sits there laughing. I'm glad that he can still participate. Like he can still take over Boruto's body, and they don't really have an answer to that. So they're still gonna have. Well, Boruto's gonna have that internal struggle that still exists, even though Momoshiki cannot
whenever
resurrect
The
anymore.
chocolate passes out for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, considering that Boruto's 100% Otsutsuki, I think Momoshiki, when he takes control, is gonna get even stronger from there on.
Yeah, he should be able to tap into, I guess, all of his abilities now, because, seeing from what we got from Kawaki.
Yeah, true, and
Especially after what he said in the last chapter too.
yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, I can't wait. But
Boruto gets his scar before the time skip, in my opinion.
Okay, now that he's Otsutsuki, I don't even think he should have a scar. Like,
because it should
I don't
heal.
remember. Yeah, it's called like remember like. Okay, I get Naruto's a whole different series at this point, and, like how they treat Otsutsukis. But remember, Madara being a Jinchuriki, his hair turned white, his skin turned super paler. He has a horn. Boruto, even if he doesn't visually show it, the healing factor should still be there. even if it's
Well,
like a scar.
scars are a permanent thing. You can't really heal them. That just
Yeah,
it
that's true.
stays. Like I have a scar
like
on
going-
I have a
it's like
scar
going
on my
I mean,
body.
but-
Like it just
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
been there.
But you're not a ninja though.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
some people-
Yeah, that's
no,
true.
but
I mean, we.
Yeah, like
I mean,
Amado guy- Amado-
technically we.
Amado guys-
I mean, technically we all have healing factors. Our body just creates cells to heal us. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But like Mardo guys, he got chopped in half.
That's something
And
that
then-
the Ten Tails gives you. It's not an Itsuki trait.
Yeah,
Otherwise, Momoshiki could just regrow his horn.
that's true.
Same thing with Kinshiki.
I mean, like, he is though.
Same goes for Kaguya.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna explain that.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karma gives you a healing factor.
Well,
Momoshiki and Kinshiki
Kaguya had the tentails and her horn was broken. Well, she didn't heal right away. She was sealed right after.
Was her horn broke?
Yes,
her
so-
horn was broken.
Yeah,
but she didn't
Sakura
heal
punched it.
Yeah, that's weird that she didn't heal right away.
Yeah.
But after
Well, yeah,
that,
because
she
was
got
sealed
immediately
instant.
sealed,
Like, the
so
moment she was
it's
out
not
of
like we
it.
could have seen.
Yeah, that's true. That's
No,
true.
it was there was no point of the healing taking place as well because she was just gonna. She just got.
Oh, yeah,
hit
her
in the
power
head,
got
and Naruto
cut.
Sasuke sealed her away.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Hopefully we get some good shit
But
next
how do you
chapter,
think like
man.
Sarda and Yuji are gonna react to Kawaki killing Boruto? Like,
I mean,
you know,
Oh, they're gonna
Hopefully,
feel some type
yeah.
of way. They're gonna be really angry.
I mean, like,
I thought they'd
I-
have a bigger reaction to him being 100% Atsuki, but
they
I
should.
mean, like he doesn't look any different. Like, he only has a
but
scar.
He's still not
Yeah,
Naruto's
it's
son.
not even a
He's
scar.
Momo-
He just has a
he's
body.
not even human anymore. It's
He's
weird.
Momoshiki's son.
Yeah, but like, could you really tell the difference?
Yeah.
He just has body tattoos now. Like, they
Alright,
don't
I
look
gotta
like
go.
scars.
Alright,
it's
see you
gonna
soon.
stop.
See
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they call it scar, but he just looks like he put some body paint on that just happened to be permanent.
Yeah,
Nah,
I
he's
guess.
Momoshiki's son. He's
Like,
Momoshiki's son.
besides that, he doesn't look at all different. Like, no white hair, no horns.
Yeah,
like-
that's
Momoshiki's
true.
son.
Like,
He hasn't gone through any physical change as of yet.
Yeah, but he's still Momoshiki's son now, technically. Not Naruto's son. If you think about it.
I know, you said this last time.
So,
No, yes, he is. Come on, man.
I know,
He's not
I
Naruto's
know,
son
I know.
anymore.
okay, he's not even Momoshiki's son. He's just Momoshiki because like
Actually, if Boruto is 100% Otsutsuki, there is a chance that Naruto's genetics traits are still with him, and like by his blood, he probably still has like a tie to Naruto most likely. It's not like it might be just that his because we know like he probably has like attained like stronger jutsus in general because of its obviously his karma and I think the Otsutsuki like genetics amping you essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I have a feeling
But,
that
like-
since he has that like Uzumaki and Hyuga DNA, with that Otsutsuki DNA coming in, I have a feeling that since it was overtaken, I still think that DNA is still there. It's just that it's
Yeah,
been
I
mixed.
agree.
It's been mixed with the Otsutsuki DNA, and that's what took over Boruto's body. So he still has those traits of the Uzumaki and Hyuga clan, like having the extra chakra reserves. The Hyuga
Yeah,
clan of like the
definitely.
Byakugan that still exists inside Boruto's body. Hence why like he
That
should
probably
still
went
have
slower,
the
too.
yeah
the Byakugan.
like he
No, I mean the process of being an Otsuki.
Yeah, and like he should still have. I mean, since we know that he has the Jogan, right? He should
Yeah.
still have those genetic traits of the Uzumaki, Hyuga, and Namikaze. Just for example, you know.
Yeah, the thing is, man
maybe
still has,
because like for, sometimes like the genetic traits to like it's like Hyugas they might have more chalk than like the average ninja I guess, but like
No,
their main
they
thing is the Byakugan. Boruto doesn't actually have that. He has the Jogan, which may or not. Which may or may not exist for one, and also it's just blatantly not the Byakugan. Like
Mhm.
so,
I mean, you can't say it doesn't exist when we see it like time skip.
you know, I said may or may not exist.
Well, it does exist because the anime. It does exist. That's the thing. It does
I mean, but
exist.
like the
There's no way
manga,
of not
like the
saying
manga doesn't even look like
It exists.
the manga, for example, doesn't even look like a Jogan. It looks
Yeah,
like-
No, you don't understand. You don't understand. So the manga and anime work together. That's why like it happens. It is canon. The Jogan is canon. Anything you see that like thing is the manga because it was like for example. Let me give you an example. So you know how what's his name? You know how Boruto went to the trip to the land of waves, not land of waves, land of water, right? And obviously, which was the Mist Village, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, that was anime canon, right? Only, but obviously it was mentioned in the manga, meaning that event is canon. Now Boruto's Jogan is most likely canon. It probably is canon because because the anime and manga just work together, so it is highly likely it's canon. Highly likely.
I mean, like, wait, are you talking about like the most recent arc, Land of Waves?
No,
Or, like-
no. I mean, like, you know when they went to the not Land of Waves. I'm talking about Land of Water, where like the Mist Village.
Oh,
Basically,
yeah, no,
they
no.
were
What
going to
episode
the
was
Mist
that?
Village.
It's
Yeah,
like
I know,
From the Academy arc.
yeah, that's canon. It's canon with the thing because essentially anything in the anime right now is kind of like canon, similar to like Dragon Ball. So yeah.
And I also feel like Toneri mentioned the Jogan of Boruto's eye early on in the anime.
Well, yeah, he said that he specifically stated one time that like Jogan's turn won't be coming for a while. He said that after the Sumire arc, like in the first arc, the Academy arc, after they fought
Yeah.
Yue. So when he said like the Jogan will be the one to like he's like in his dreams he said that the Jogan will be the one to like stop the next incoming great force. Probably like the Otsutsuki. Maybe we get like an Otsutsuki like war or invasion. Whenever we get like, I feel like whenever we get like the next Otsutsuki revealed, something of like the Jogan may pop up, or just something or a threat that's so overwhelming. I feel like that could be when the Jogan could make an appearance in the manga, due to how Toneri is foreshadowing it in the anime. And we know that the manga references the anime a lot. We saw in the latest chapter that Shikamaru said that we have already went to all of Boro's hideouts, which was referenced in the anime. The anime said that first in an anime canon episode, so there's definitely a high possibility of that happening in the future.
I'll be honest, I really want to see more Tsuki because I think there was like a leak or a fake page like a few months ago.
Yeah.
Of those two.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
So someone made
Yes.
that. Yeah, it looks so real as well. And the artist, it was a Boruto artist, and they make fan art and shit. They dropped it like a day before the chapter came out, and everyone thought it was real due to how like closely drawn it was to Ikimoto's art style. So like everyone thought it was like, oh, new Otsutskis from the missing panels, from the missing stone
Yeah, I
tablets.
freaked out too.
Yeah, everyone was losing it, and then I mean, I had a feeling it was fake because it was from someone who doesn't do Boruto leaks, but it was a crazy day that day. It was.
That's
insane.
crazy. I missed that one. I
Yeah,
missed that.
people want. I think it was Boruto chapter 57 or 58. It was the days leading up to that chapter. People on Twitter were losing it. Oh my god.
Yeah, everyone on Twitter is crazy, bro.
Boruto Twitter's
No,
some
they
whack.
are.
It's whack. Like,
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. I
Honest, on another topic. Wait, what was I gonna say? So you know how I don't know if you talk about this, but do you think Amado? You know how everyone like before this chapter dropped, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Amado, he's a sneaky little bee, right? He's a sneaky little man." Everyone thought that. Do you think this kind of like shows that maybe Amado isn't the villain because he first off, like he's surprised by Ada's like Ada's come, Koda's come. So maybe like not the villain. Maybe he's like the good guy. Or do you think this is like just like it's just like one time thing where Amado is shocked and he still like has his own motive?
Well, I have a feeling he has his own motives, but it just we give him too much credit for what he is. He may not be that
Yeah.
almighty smart guy that we all thought he was going to be, but at the end of the day, I feel like he's trying to use Kawaki. Saran said it before he left. He said that he has a feeling that Amado might be using Kawaki to grant him a wish, because we know that everyone in the Ender members, they all are granted a wish through Ishiki's wishing powers, because he has an ability to like grant wishes to anything or anyone. So I feel like that's why he might be trying to use Kawaki, and that's why he awakened his karma. And Code even said like, is
Wait,
Amado? Wait, what?
oh wait. When Ishiki has wish granting powers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
he does.
He has something
From
near
what we know.
Otto and everyone in the car organization. You know, they expected a wish from Jigen once he resurrected
Yeah.
and became Ishiki.
Oh, you actually believe that? I thought he was ready to just fucking smoke them when they were done. When he
Oh,
was done.
you thought he
He
was
was street
captain?
finding.
You thought he?
Yeah, he probably definitely was.
Oh man. I mean, in his lore, through like I forget his like real name. It's like Isun
Ishin
Boshi.
Boshi, I
Yeah,
think.
Isun Boshi.
Yeah.
Like his lore, his character is based off that lore, and through that character, he does have like the wish granting ability. I think he has a weapon called like the wish granting hammer or some shit like that. So there could be a possibility that he does have that ability due to
Man's a
that lore.
genie.
And like a lot of characters in Boruto are referenced to like that type of folklore. So that's how like Kodachi and Kishimoto were writing their characters. Even like Naruto characters were in that way with like the abilities of like Susanoo and Amaterasu. Those were like real like characters in
Yeah.
folklore and shit. So
Amaterasu is a god.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, Monarch's got a son, so like it makes sense. It's Black Flame. Tsukiyomi is the god of the moon.
Yeah.
Technically, it doesn't really have anything to do with illusions, but I'm like, like.
Yeah,
whatever,
I know.
like,
It's just like they're inspired by it. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dragon Ball is the same thing. It's like how they're inspired by like chakra, which is an element of like Buddhism or like something like that, or like or something like that, right? And it's similar to Dragon Ball. Where you can unlock your key chakra, whatever. It's just your spiritual essence. That's pretty much it. A lot of that stuff with Buddhism as well, and Sikhism, if I'm not wrong. I might be right.
Yeah, but like, I just find it extremely unlikely because remember, if you had a wish granting hammer, I don't know if you're gonna post some rule that you can't use it on yourself. I think it's highly likely you probably would have used it in the fight, or even like before. What's it called? Remember, like there's already a version of a wish granting. It's called Creation of All Things. Like you can basically more or less just use that. And if you didn't have that,
it's not.
And
it's not. I mean, like wish granting. It's not because the creation of all things doesn't grant wishes. It creates life essentially. For example, of like Kakashi's eyes getting restored by Naruto isn't technically wish granting because its abilities aren't like, oh yeah, I can just create a table out of nowhere. It basically gives life to like stuff that.
That's basically what it is, though.
No, but like it hasn't shown abilities like that.
It's called Hagoromo created an autonomous staff that just creates water out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where?
He did in a novel. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Referring to an ability though, he could have been referring to the chakra fruit once he Boruto to it. So that's still possible, but only through Boruto and fucking Code, I guess. Kawaki needed to.
It's more about creation of all things. Like creation of all things is like its abilities are very broad because like Izanagi and like Izanami, those like the reality warping powers and like the power. And it's not in the like a really strong illusions. Those are all subsets of creation of all things. Because remember, yin release gives you to create, to give form to nothing out of nothingness, which applies to like create a table out of nothing, and yang release gives life to that form. So like you in reality, all you really need is a yin if you really want to like create stuff. So like, I highly doubt he was a wish granter. I think it's just the promise of power because like half of the inners was Boro, who with the anime we knew he wanted to go to Infinite Tsukiyomi for his dream world. There was Code, who is a Otsutsuki loyalist and he doesn't even know them that well. And there's this Delta, who's a drone that has some sentience. Like we don't really know much about her.
Yeah, she might not have her own wish.
Yeah, she probably doesn't even have one if you're going to be frank.
Yeah. Do you think this chapter just makes it like this? I think this chapter just like adds the fact that Delta isn't what's his name? Isn't Amado's daughter? It's probably most likely Ada because like it makes more sense. This chapter basically like there's no doubt in my mind. There's no chance, in my opinion, that Delta is like Amado's daughter, and it's 100% has to be Ada. It has to be Ada or someone else. That's just my opinion. Or it's Kaguya.
I've seen a lot.
Kaguya? I don't think Kaguya.
No, I know it's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, I seen a theory for that. That was he said that in his stream. That was hilarious. Oh my god. Yeah, his theory for Kaguya being Amado's daughter is so stupid. Oh my god.
It's an interesting theory. Man said it's funny because like he got the idea when he's in the shower, and like I laughed, bro. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know, like it's called just like Naruto's pretty like heavy-handed on the designs between family. Like they don't look like each other. Like Ada doesn't like, even though Ada hates
No,
It's
they do look
called.
like each other. They do look like they. Well, thing is, it doesn't matter if they do look like each other or not. She probably just got her looks from her mother. That's like most likely because daughters most get are more likely to get their looks from their mothers, and sons are more likely to get their looks from their fathers. So it doesn't really matter if they don't look like each other or not.
That's hard cap,
Mm,
but you know, like
Yeah, that's kind of. I don't know about that. Actually.
that's cap.
I don't know
but,
about
like,
that. Yeah.
Yes,
No, they do look like each other. Amado, I think Amado has black hair, and she has black hair as well.
Amado has white hair, and Ada has
Well,
blue and pink
it's
hair.
because of age, most
Well,
likely.
well, I think that there's a possibility that Ida's entire appearance was modified. Like she probably just doesn't
Yeah.
like her cyborg self probably looks completely different from her human self. That could be a possibility.
Yeah, because her body was definitely modified. We got that confirmed in the
Yeah.
manga.
So that could be a reason why. Maybe,
Yeah, but like the boys, like they're skilled enough to like. Why would you make modifications? Like unless she wanted it, which is like I guess that could happen. But like, why?
12 years ago, he basically just I don't even know, to be honest.
I'm pissed off.
yeah.
I just missed another Seth the Programmer stream. I'm just so annoying. Always want to listen to the streams, but I'm so busy.
Well, he has a
I
highlights.
slept.
He has a highlights
I know.
channel.
I know. I slept from I think fourth. But I know I slept from like 4 to like 7. It was annoying.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess that's something we talk about anymore.
Yeah. We talked about all the topics, but yeah, that was a good chapter overall. I really liked the information given out. They addressed
So-
basically everything.
Okay, just to end this off, like, what do you think's gonna happen next chapter? Like,
Next chapter, personally, I believe that Code will get his limiters removed. I think Shikamaru will be put in a deathly situation. I don't think he'll die, but he's gonna get capped hard. Delta probably will try to fight Code. And Ida probably will try to. Well, she wants to kill Amado too, so she might go for the kill as well. But I don't think it will happen 100%.
so
Um,
what I think,
Yeah.
what I think will happen is,
Or code.
I think, because remember, just to start this off, Shikamaru is fairly effective at restraining Code. He can only move his fingers. It's enough to kill Amado, but nonetheless, it still works. So what I think is
Yeah,
gonna
but,
happen is, I think Amado might adjust Delta to make her like full robot. You don't count. I'm not flexible. I'm just an android, and maybe it might bypass her whole "I love you" thing. Maybe, but I think either way, if Delta or Shikamaru or like even Amado realize that Ada has no combat potential, you could just hard focus on Code, and they should get out relatively fine.
yeah.
I don't think his limiters could be removed this chapter, and if it is, I think this chapter is only gonna be a setup for like the next chapter.
Yeah.
If it's leading that way.
Yeah, I have a good feeling
don't
about
think
that
it's gonna-
too. And Amado even
I
said,
like
I
the
feel
direct
like you're setting
I'm
up
not-
Code's death. I feel like
Amado
it.
that far ahead, to where he thought that Ada would be working with Code because he was caught off guard.
that is true. That is true. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen next chapter. I'm so excited. My only problem is like we have to wait a month. Oh man,
Yeah,
It's
this content can't last a
bad.
month.
that's so
Yeah,
annoying.
don't you think this chapter came out a bit earlier? Because usually
Yeah,
it
it
comes
did.
out on the 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
they
came
probably
out
said
earlier
that.
than expected.
Yeah, but
Well, the thing is, I'm pretty sure like the Japanese release comes out a day or two before like
yeah, they always do.
the English release. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because like they're 14 hours ahead of us. Like,
Mhm.
Well, yeah, and also like they start with Japanese release first, and then obviously people translate it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
Damn, you doing good avoiding the spoilers, though, bro.
yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
delete Twitter. I delete the app.
I mean, I was gonna spoil it for you, but as a joke,
delete- delete.
VC, but I wasn't gonna be doing that. I would be sad, man. I could have spoiled the whole thing for you. Like just there, you went like VC. I was like, I'm gonna spoil this guy.
Nah, man.
so
Look forward to him just so I know, I get a heads up, or at least know what I'm heading into.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
Same here.
you know, so yeah, I just want to make something clear. You guys like the anime, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
No, I don't.
You know,
Yeah.
I remember when Naruto used to get shit on for having that full 2 seasons of filler, and now that we're here, damn, times changed. Like it wasn't even that bad too. Like I was wondering what's the
And it was definitely rough before the manga adaptation. It was super
No,
rough.
before they
In
introduced
terms of
Kara,
Boruto hate.
yeah, it was bad. 2018, early 2019, it was pretty bad. But once we got into the Mujina Bandits arc, that's where like heads started to turn, especially with that
Yeah.
Kawaki opening,
Yeah,
opening
I skipped a bit
7.
of Boruto too.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I skipped some episodes as well, but I went back and
Yeah,
rewatched
did
them.
Mike.
But yeah, like up until they introduced Kara, it wasn't looking very good. The hate was pretty bad, but it kind of died down after Kara was introduced. We got into the Kara activation arc, and the manga started heating up. We had a lot of good
I
shit
think I
there.
dropped it after like.
I just want.
Like
I just wait. What the fuck?
a year and a
Kaki's
half.
a currently Kaki's a ninja, right?
Yeah, they retconned it
Yeah,
from the manga,
technically.
unfortunately.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Little
whatever.
weird, little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seen they was on a boat. I'm like 8 or 9 episodes behind.
Yeah, same. I haven't watched like the last 8 or 9 episodes
Yeah,
as well.
so
I gotta
I
binge
don't-
that.
yeah. I just don't watch Boruto. I'm just waiting for like them to adapt the manga.
I feel you on that. Yeah, but
Yeah, it's called like I know I do I'm just like I do not like usually weekly anime like the quality jumps. I hate that shit. Go seasonal. Your manga's monthly, and it's less. And the pages are less than an average monthly manga too. Like you're not catching up.
yeah, yeah, I feel
Like
that.
it's like 12 chapters in a year, and each is 40 pages. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, but
I feel
yo,
like we won't get this arc anime until like 2023 or something.
yeah, it's gonna take some
Yeah.
time.
Supposed to be the rest of them adapted by the end of the year.
Well, those are gonna be novels. They're not gonna be in the anime, but I can't wait for those to
And like a few of them already adapted.
be. Yeah, that's true. Like the Mirai novel, that's already in the anime, but that's also gonna get its own manga. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be weird. But yo,
Yeah, but
but yeah, I'm gonna end this off because I gotta go.